Today we discuss the angle of contact. The angle of contact denoted as theta. The definition of angle of contact: when liquid surface come in contact with solid surface. When liquid and solid come into contact and it form a meniscus. It form a meniscus and make an angle with solid liquid interface. Make an angle with solid liquid interface. That angle is called angle of contact. When the solid surface and liquid surface come into contact and form a meniscus and also make the angle between solid and liquid surface, that angle is called angle of contact. Then due to this contact, liquid and solid contact, there is formation of meniscus. And the meniscus of two types. First is concave meniscus. त्याचा आकार हा कॉन्केव लेन्स सारखा असतो, म्हणून आपण त्याला कॉन्केव मेनिस्कस असं म्हटलं जातं. अँगल ऑफ कॉन्टॅक्ट इज नथिंग बट सॉलिड आणि लिक्विड जर कॉन्टॅक्ट मध्ये आले तर एक कुठला तरी मेनिस्कस तयार होतो आणि त्या दोन इंटरफेस मध्ये अँगल क्रिएट होतो आणि त्या अँगलला आपण अँगल ऑफ कॉन्टॅक्ट असं म्हटलं जातं. अँड दिस मेनिस्कस, the first meniscus is concave meniscus. When the solid is contact with liquid and this liquid is partially wet the solid. म्हणजे ज्यावेळेस लिक्विड आणि सॉलिड कॉन्टॅक्ट मध्ये येणार असेल त्यावेळेस ते सॉलिड त्या लिक्विड मध्ये पार्शियली वेट, म्हणजे वेट आपण जसं पाण्यामध्ये हात बुडवतो तसं लिक्विड असं घ्या की त्याच्यामध्ये ते सॉलिड बुडवलं ते काही प्रमाणामध्ये ओलं होईल, 100% ओलं होणार नाही. त्या प्रकाराला म्हणायचं पार्शियली वेट द सॉलिड. फॉर एक्झाम्पल kerosene and glass interface. Glass is the solid material, kerosene is the liquid material. जर केरोसिन आणि ग्लास यांचं कॉन्टॅक्ट आलं तर this glass is partially wet by kerosene. When such liquid is kerosene and glass is solid, then the interface or meniscus is observed. That meniscus is called concave meniscus and the angle of contact is acute angle of contact. त्याच्यामुळे जो angle of contact असेल तो 90 डिग्री पेक्षा कमी असतो, म्हणून त्याला आपण acute angle असं म्हणू. म्हणजे जर लिक्विड उदाहरण आपण घेतलं केरोसिन आणि सॉलिड ग्लास असेल, म्हणजे पार्शियली वेट द सॉलिड अशा प्रकारचं लिक्विड असेल तर त्या ठिकाणी कॉन्केव मेनिस्कस तयार होतो आणि अँगल ऑफ कॉन्टॅक्ट ॲक्यूट प्रकाराचा असतो. नंबर 2, दुसरा प्रकार कॉन्व्हेक्स मेनिस्कस. When the convex meniscus, the liquid and solid, suppose liquid is mercury and solid is a clean glass, that is the solid does not, liquid does not wet the solid. जर आपण मर्क्युरी हातावर घेतलं किंवा बाटलीमध्ये घेतलं ग्लासच्या आणि परत खाली वटलं तर मर्क्युरी हाताला किंवा बाटलीला लागत नाही. म्हणजे जर मर्क्युरीमध्ये आपण हात बुडवला तर हात ओला होत नाही. म्हणजे अशा टाइपचं जर लिक्विड आणि सॉलिड असेल, डज नॉट वेट द सॉलिड. म्हणजे फॉर एक्झाम्पल मर्क्युरी अँड ग्लास इंटरफेस, इन दॅट केस द meniscus is a convex meniscus and angle of contact is abscess. There is formation of angle of contact and this angle of contact is greater than 90 degree, or it is called abscess angle of contact. And number 3, if the solid and liquid in such that the solid is liquid is totally wet the solid, liquid is totally wet the solid, that is water and glass interface. आपण वॉटर मध्ये पाण्यामध्ये हात बुडवला किंवा पाण्यामध्ये कुठलीही वस्तू आपण बुडवली तर ती पूर्ण ओली होते. म्हणजे that liquid is totally wet the solid. For example, water glass interface. In this case, there is no formation of meniscus, but the angle of contact theta is 0. In case of liquid partially wet the solid, for example, kerosene glass interface, the angle of contact is acute. In case of liquid that does not wet the solid, for example, mercury glass interface, the angle of contact is abscess. And number 3, the liquid is totally wet the solid, then the angle of contact is 0, that is theta is equal to 0. Now we discuss the shape of meniscus. Shape of meniscus. There is 3 types of shape of meniscus. The first we discuss the concave meniscus. The first shape of meniscus is a concave meniscus. Consider a sphere of influence of molecule A. Consider a sphere of influence of molecule A, and the some part, that is half part contained of that molecule is solid molecule. Some part contain air molecule and some part contain liquid molecules. Seen in this figure, आपण मॉलिक्यूल A असा घेतलाय की त्याचा अर्धा भाग जवळपास सॉलिड मध्ये आहे, काही भाग एअर मध्ये आहे आणि काही भाग लिक्विड मध्ये आहे. Then in such a way that in such case the 4 different forces acting on that molecule A. First force, the air force किंवा air pressure acting on this molecule A, but this is very small, hence neglect. Second force, its weight of molecule acting vertical downward, but the weight of that molecule is very small, hence this force or gravitational force is also neglected. Only 2 forces acting on that molecule. First force is adhesive force, AP is called adhesive force from these solid molecules, and second force is AC bar called cohesive force from these liquid molecules. Only 2 forces acting on that molecule A. First is AP, that is adhesive force from that solid material or solid molecules, and second AC from this liquid molecules. Now in figure, AP is nothing but adhesive force, AC is the cohesive force, AT is the tangent, and AR is the net force or resultant force between AP and AC. Now, in case of concave meniscus, the solid and liquid is partially weight the solid. For example, mercury and clean glass interface. Now, this liquid is mercury and that solid is a glass material. In that case, the AP bar is exerted on that molecule A, AC is exerted on molecule A, but the magnitude of AP bar is greater than magnitude of AC bar. The magnitude of AP, that means the magnitude of adhesive force from solid substance or molecule is very greater than cohesive force. Hence, the resultant force AR lies in solid molecules. Figure मध्ये आपण पाहिलं तर AP म्हणजे adhesive force, AC हा cohesive force पेक्षा जास्त आहे. म्हणून resultant AR, resultant force किंवा net resultant force हा solid मध्ये लाईन झाला किंवा तो solid मध्ये आला. And the tangent AT is in liquid and that tangent AT is fill up the portion or sweeps upward, and the nature of that surface become concave. The nature of that water surface or liquid surface become concave, and the angle between solid liquid interface and tangent is theta, and from this figure it is clearly this angle is less than 90 degree. Hence there is formation of acute angle of contact. Hence there is formation of acute angle of contact. Figure मध्ये solid म्हणजे मधला adhesive force liquid मधल्या cohesive force पेक्षा जास्त आहे, म्हणून resultant force AR या solid मध्ये लाईन झाला. मग जर tangent AT ही liquid मध्ये गेली आणि त्या tangent मुळे ह्या ठिकाणी हा जो liquid surface आहे तो concave त्याने आकार घेतला, आणि जो angle of contact acute आहे तो कोणामधला आहे तर हा solid liquid interface हा आणि tangent यांच्यामध्ये अँगल थीटा झाला. तो थीटा आपल्याला 90 पेक्षा कमी दिसतोय तो अँगल. Hence that is called acute angle of contact. This is the first shape of meniscus, that is concave meniscus. Now secondly we discuss about the convex meniscus, when the liquid does not wet the solid. For example, mercury and clean glass interface. That is, this solid material is a glass material and liquid is a mercury. Then in this case, when the liquid does not wet the solid, in that case the force, that is AP, adhesive force from this solid material is less than cohesive force from that liquid substance or liquid molecules. ज्यावेळेस आपण असं लिक्विड निवडलंय की मर्क्युरी अँड ग्लास इंटरफेस, तर मर्क्युरी डज नॉट वेट द सॉलिड, म्हणजेच ह्या केस मध्ये लिक्विड मधला कोहेसिव्ह फोर्स याची मॅग्निट्यूड सॉलिड मधल्या एडिटिव्ह फोर्स पेक्षा जास्त आहे. इन शॉर्ट द कोहेसिव्ह फोर्स फ्रॉम solid is greater than adhesive force from AC, that is cohesive force from liquid is very greater than adhesive force from solid. Hence the resultant force AR lies in solid, and the tangent shifts or pull up in air, and the nature of that liquid surface become convex. Suppose this is the tube, and if we take the kerosene in this tube, the shape of liquid, we observe the shape of liquid is concave, that is, and in this case the shape of that mercury or liquid is convex. The convex shape, suppose this is the convex shape and this is the concave shape. This is for convex meniscus. The tangent AT lies in air, and there is a formation of concave meniscus.